Om Shanti. So today's Murli, the topic is signs of the perfect stage, the stage which we have to ultimately reach, the stage which is beyond silence, the powerful stage where we become equal to Baba and become an embodiment of all the virtues and powers. So in this Murli, Baba is telling us that how easy it is for us to come in sound, but as we start reaching the stage of perfection, it will become equally easy for us to go beyond sound. So in 1 second, we're in sound, in 1 second beyond sound. So it will be an effortless process to go beyond this world, this matter, the world of matter, the world of sound, and to be with Baba and to radiate that powerful energy in this world. So let's see what Baba has to say. This Murli was spoken on April 2nd, 1970. You have the thought within you of listening to Baba. What is inside Bab Dada? Bab Dada takes you beyond listening and speaking. Do you know how to go beyond sound in 1 second? I was asking us, do we know the method of how to detach from this body, to experience being bodiless, and to travel home, to be with Baba? Just as you quickly come into sound, so easily and quickly, in the same way, can you go beyond sound as easily and quickly? What do you call yourselves? So Baba's asking us, what do we call ourselves? What is the beautiful title that Baba has given us? Master, Almighty Authorities. At present, you have very little intoxication of being a Master, Almighty Authority. And therefore, the practical sparkle of the power of going beyond sound in 1 second and coming into sound in 1 second is not visible on your face. Sometimes Baba tells us that we sit to have yoga with Baba, but we are fighting. We're fighting with Maya, we're fighting with waste thoughts. So that connection fluctuates, it comes and goes. So Baba says, because of that, that sparkle is not visible. When you reach such a stage, so Baba says, when you reach the perfect stage, you will come into sound in 1 moment and go beyond sound the next. So just it's like a switch on and off. The same way, 1 second in this world of sound, 1 second beyond this world. Only when this practice becomes simple and easy should you think that the perfection has come. This is a sign of a perfect stage. All the effort will become easy. Everything is included in effort. This is everything is included in effort. And just few days back, Baba had said the essence of all points of knowledge is to be a point. So when we experience ourselves to be a point and that awareness is constant, we are reaching that perfect stage. So all effort will become easy. Everything is included in effort. The pilgrimage of remembrance and service are both included in effort. When you experience both to be easy, you should then understand that you are about to attain the stage of perfection. So at this stage, we have gone beyond battling with waste thoughts and battling with the influence of vices. And Baba says everything becomes easy, be it service, be it our own effort. So Baba says, when you experience both easy, you understand that you are about to attain the stage of perfection. Those who have the stage of perfection will make less effort, yet attain greater success. So, less effort, greater success. At present, you have to make a lot of effort, whereas in comparison to that, there is little success because our own weaknesses, our own thoughts, and sometimes even conflicts of sanskara with others creates obstacles. So Baba says when there is less effort, more success means we have passed all those phases of obstacles, of the fluctuation of stage. So today Bab Dada was checking one special aspect on each one's face. Baba will see who receives a touching about what Bab Dada was checking. Since thought readers can catch, can Master Almighty authorities not do that? So Baba is saying that we are children of Baba. Can we not catch Baba's thoughts and his feelings towards us? So those who just have this bhakti were not given a paper. And so Baba is giving it today. All of you are passed. Parentheses have passed. One is to pass and the other is to pass with honors. Does the Pandava army remain in front of the Shaktis, or are some in the front and some at the back? So pass with honors means no punishment to be experienced at the end. You fully pass. Well, for us, for those who come later, they will have to experience some punishment, some settlement with Dharamraj, and then go to the soul world. So Baba says here, are you in front of the Shaktis or behind them? Those who wish to race ahead cannot be stopped by anyone. Yes, you can be stopped by your own obstruction, but you cannot be stopped by anyone trying to stop you. In fact, for the Pandavas to remain at the back, it means to be in the front. To be in the back means to be in the front, means to let others move in front. So Baba says those who let others go in front, automatically they receive the status because of that. So Baba says, why do you stay at the back? Guards remain at the back. Are you the guards at the back or at the front? Which place do you like? Guards remain at the back and the guides stay at the front. So the guides are in the front anyway. The Pandavas have been made instrument, gods, and kept to protect the Shaktis. Pandavas have to remain behind and put the Shaktis in the front. You mustn't become guides. You must become gods. When Pandavas become guides, there is chaos. And therefore, the Pandava army has to become gods. Means they have to, definitely, they are also involved in service equally as the Shaktis. Baba says they are the ones who are the protector of the yajna, and and they are the gods. So in that respect, Baba says they're the ones who are behind. So in which line of effort makers are you? How many lines of effort makers are there? Now Bab Dada is teaching you the study to become Master Almighty Authority. So master who knows how to use the power at the right time, right moment. So that you can clearly understand anyone's stage or thoughts from their face. So you don't even need to hear their voice. You know what's in their heart from their faces. And you can feel that their feelings. There won't be any doubts either. you will be able to know them clearly. This is the final stage of the study. You were shown a little glimpse of that by the Sakar form at the end. Those who were with Baba in the Sakar form must have noted many such things. In the same way, all the children have to have the same stage number-wise. Only when you continue to make your stage like that, will everyone be able to see clearly the final form and the future form of all of you from your faces. So final form is our angelic form and future form is the deity form. So both forms will be visible from the faces. So until you become an image that grants visions in the corporeal form, there cannot be any visions. This is why the jewels that are close have to pay special attention to the subject. The closer you are, the cleaner you will be. And the cleaner others will be in front of, you will be, and the clearer others will be in front of you. So the more we are moving towards purity, the more we will catch the subtle energy around us. And with us catching subtle energy around us, we will even be able to feel others and their energy clearly. The clearer each one's effort becomes, the clearer his reward also becomes. And all others become clear in front of him. To be clear means to be content. So during the last Bapdada Milan, Baba spoke about contentment. So being pure, being clean, clear, Baba says, is a sign of contentment. What words were used by the Sakar form in front of the children who were clear, clean, and honest? So Baba is connecting clarity with cleanliness and honesty. Those who have cleanliness and honesty are always clear. A clean heart, where there is no ill feelings towards anyone, anything. A big heart, a heart which wants to give, a heart which wants to serve, and then cleanliness, which Baba says, and the honesty, which means being truthful to yourself and being truthful to also what Baba is telling me to do. Am I honestly following Baba's guidance, Baba's directions? So everything is clearly visible. When there is cleanliness, everything is clearly visible. This lesson is the last lesson of the study in this bhatti. You have to become this example. Those who become an example in something can receive extra marks as a result of that exam. You have to pay special attention to 4 subjects. So Baba says if any test paper comes, maybe a relationship, someone is speaking bitter words to you, but you still remain stable, Baba will see that stage and according to drama, you will receive extra marks for that. Baba says you have to pay special attention to 4 subjects. One is the power of remembrance. The second is the power of love. The third is the power of cooperation. And the fourth is the power of tolerance. So we have 4 subjects, which is knowledge, yoga, dharana, service, and Baba's reminding us of even these 4, which is remembrance, love, cooperation, and tolerance. These 4 topics were the special subjects of this bhatti. What result did Bapdada give in these 4 aspects? It is a result that pleases Baba. A little percentage is missing in all 4 powers being equal. So sign of Master Almighty Authority, all powers equally balanced. So here Baba says, there's no percentage less or more in any power. Everything is full and everything is invoked at the right time, all powers. So here Baba says, what result did Baba Dada give in these four aspects? It is a result that pleases Baba. A little percentage is missing in the four powers being equal. There are all four powers, but a percentage is missing in all four being equal. So what was the result? You passed with 75%, but the missing 25% is the difference in all four powers being equal. So Baba's telling us where we are missing out. We're missing out on it, the powers being equally balanced. Some have one power in particular and others have another power. When all four powers are equal, you can understand that you have become perfect. What would the future result be if we were to leave our body in this stage? Those who are such effort makers are at least courageous. That's why Baba says, don't lose hope. Keep going, keep going. Our each step towards perfection, Baba says, is a step of courage. So Bab Dada has also made a promise to the children. Those children who maintain courage will definitely receive help from Baba. So the initial step we have to take, which is our step of courage. And then Baba rewards us by helping us with 1,000 steps. So will definitely receive help from Baba if those who maintain such courage as they move along continue to maintain that courage until the end, then such courageous children will also receive help. Because of receiving help in making the effort of removing the yoga of the intellect from everyone else and staying in remembrance of the one, it will be easy at the end. So that's why we have to keep practicing, and that will take us towards the end, our ultimate aim and objective. So the more you have courage over a long period of time, and that link over a long period of time is not broken, the more you can gallop. If even now the link of courage breaks due to one reason or another, it will be difficult to claim a scholarship. If you maintain link over a long period and until the end, you can receive extra help. This is why Baba is making you make the last lesson firm. So the lesson of practicing being detached from the body, the lesson of being an embodiment of all powers and virtues. So until now, what was seen as a total result? You know how to become an in charge in the subject of service, but you know very little about how to charge the battery in the subject of remembrance. So in charge, Baba says, always charged, always connected to Baba and radiating that vibration, that light to everyone around. So, do you understand? You saw the experience in the Sakar form, Brahma Baba's form. The Sakar form had the greatest responsibility in service. Children have so much less than that. Children have the duty of service, but the Sakar form had all the duties. He was an ocean of thoughts. He always had thoughts about his responsibilities, but even then, did you see him in the waves of the ocean or at the bottom of the ocean? So when it's the waves of the ocean, this disturbance, because the waves are lashing And you have that sound. Beyond, it's deeper and deeper. There's stillness and there is silence. So Baba says, children know how to move along with the waves, but they do not know how to go to the bottom, diving deep. You were told earlier the easy method for that, how you must practice coming into sound one moment and then becoming a master almighty authority and going beyond sound the next moment. You must now practice doing something in one moment. No matter how many activities you have, the more you take a second in between and practice this, accordingly, you will become the practical form. So Baba reminds us, as we perform activities, we have to keep on keeping the light of our awareness again and again, reminding ourselves of our form, who we are, and connecting with Baba. However, you must practice this, sometimes moving along with the waves and sometimes being at the bottom of the ocean. So Baba says both, which means extroversion, introversion, and a balance of that. Being in sound and then completely beyond sound. Today, Baba was especially checking whether children have just as much tolerance power as they have courage. Bab Dada was seeing how much power you have to maintain courage and how much tolerance power you have. The more content and clear you are in all your effort, the clearer others will be in front of you. Again, Baba is emphasizing on the subtle powers which we experience as we become more and more powerful ourselves. The more content and clear you will be in your effort, the clearer others will be in front of you. You have now had the paper. You have also heard the result. But the question of the Pandavas still remains. How many lines of effort makers does Bapdada have? You must be seeing your own line without looking at others. Or are you looking at yourself and not even seeing a line? Can the screen be shared? Okay, so we will continue the rest tomorrow. So we pause here for a minute, just reflect on what we heard so far, and then we will proceed. Any questions on what we heard so far? About perfection, going into silence, and then coming back into sound, Baba says, which is an effortless process for someone to reach. Okay, would you like to share some points from today's Murli? Some points that touch the heart?
Om Shanti, sister. I like this point that uh, in the ocean, when we dive deep, I need to check myself whether I'm uh, deep in the bed of the ocean, or I'm at the surface going along with the waves of thoughts. So while at quite often I must practice that while creating thoughts, I am the creator. At the bottom of the ocean. I am the one, and like a Sakshi Drishta stage. I mean, that point really touched me. Om Shanti.
Shanti. Yes, we have to keep reminding ourselves, where are we? At the surface of the ocean, or where are we bottom? So Baba says, yes, we have to be in sound, but even then experience being beyond. So that's that balance. Yes. Anybody else would like to share?
Om Shanti Sister. Baba said, being a master almighty authority, still we don't have the practice of going beyond sound and in 1 second, and coming into sound in 1 second is not visible on your face, says Baba. But when we reach the stage, then it is easy for us coming to sound in 1 moment and go beyond sound the next. When this perfection of practice complete means we will reach the perfect state. At this point I noted.
Beautiful, thank you.
Om Shanti. Adding on to what Sister just mentioned about coming in sound and going beyond sound, when I was reflecting on this point, what does Baba mean to say by this? Is he talking about only coming in sound and going off sound through words? Or it is beyond this? So, what I was getting for myself, it's not about just words, it's also about taking charge of our own thoughts. How soon are we able to move out of the thoughts which are not serving ourselves and others as well? So, taking this practice on of coming in sound and going beyond sound at all levels is something which touched me today. Om Shanti.
Right. Like you mentioned, the sound, not just about the words we see, but also the sound of the thoughts. How much sound are we making through thoughts? So the more waste it is, the more sound it makes, the more clutter. And then the less thoughts and the more powerful ones, the more we're experiencing the stage of being beyond.
And then beautifully he reflects the same thing again in the later part of the Murli, where he says that, are you at the ocean bed or are you towards the waves? That also resonates to the point that he initially speaks about in coming in sound and going in sound, because waves make sound, and when we are down in the river belt or the ocean bed is where the real pearls and the jewels have been seen. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister, adding to that. So being in sound or going beyond sound is we need all powers to be that. So power to accommodate, power to pack up, power to withdraw, power to discern, so power to face. So Baba says it is only if you becomes full of powers, then only we can go deep into the ocean. That is, we can enjoy that silence. So that powerful stage. So just in one word, Baba is telling coming into sound and going beyond sound. So even in this Milan Murali also, Baba is stressing us to do this practice of being bodiless. How much busy you are, it doesn't matter. So you have to do this. Like if you feel thirsty, how you drink water. So that much essential is this practice for us. So this attention we should pay, I think so, sister. Om Shanti.
Yes.
Om Shanti.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. One more thing Baba has added today into the powers. As we know, all the 8 powers, Baba have added power of remembrance and power of love. So if we really go deep in the meaning of power of love, I think it will help us to attain all these things that Baba have mentioned today. Because if we just see the life of the Dadis in 14 years Bhatti, they didn't go in deep analysis of knowledge at all. Not at all, but not mostly, because they were totally into the love of the Almighty, the realization that He find us and He is teaching us. So whatever He is going to tell, we are just going to do it, just blindfoldedly, not in that way the blindfoldedly, but the way whatever He says we are going to do. So the power of love will increase our power of remembrance, what I think, and that will help us to attain all other powers and all the other points that Baba wants to mention today. So I think that is a very nice point, power of love and remembrance. Thank you. Om Shanti.
And yes, love is the most powerful way of bringing that experience, that relationship with Baba, which Baba says is only in the confidence age can I experience God's love in its fullest form, in its fullest way. So as much as I can, experiencing all relationships with Baba, just one and none other. So that stage of ultimate love, Baba, yes, it's the power of love that brings about transformation. And just as we are speaking about waves, I was just remembering one scene of the childhood when I would stand by the shores of the beach, and you would see how these waves come and they touch your feet, and then they go back, and you see your feet are more sunk into the sand. Each time the waves come, your feet are more immersed more into the sand. So Baba is reminding us the waves of wasteful thinking, which can then, make us go more and more into that? Or is it the powerful waves of having powerful remembrance and powerful thoughts? So the more we think that, the more we get immersed into that. So it's really where we want to focus on. That's important. The more we focus on something, the more we're allowing it to grow within.
Om Shanti, sister. Can I just add a thought?
Sure.
Yeah. So, I have actually literally been on the ocean bed physically through those diving, you have those little ships where you go and you touch the seabed. And so this particular para made me reflect on that experience of being physically at the bottom of the ocean. And I just remembered that memory of the dark ocean and the submarine in which we landed, the light being reflected around, and you could see the eels and the darkness. And I could see maybe a sunken boat, which must have somewhere the tire was, lying on the seabed. And that memory just came flashing back. And I remember the experience of being on the seabed and wondering when you look up that there's miles and miles of water on top of you. And only when you reach the surface and you see the light and you experience the energy of the motion or the energy of the movement, let me put it that way. And I think when Baba is using this metaphor, he's actually also distinguishing between, besides the sound, the energy of stillness. When you just engrossed in the deepest level of your soul, when you at the ocean bed, you are touching the deepest level over there. And that's when you actually reflect on the light on top and the eagerness to be in the light and the eagerness to connect to Baba, to connect to the universal, energy formed through love and the oneness that you experience, that everyone is the same and everyone is equal and everyone is connected to the divine light. I just thought I'll share that experience with you. Om Shanti.
This was beautiful.
Om
Thank you
Shanti,
for,
sister.
yes, go ahead.
It was such a nice thing about stillness, which I just heard. And I often used to think, I think I have got more of the teacher quality in me. Whenever Baba mentions about anything, and I just refer to what did he say about this earlier. And just yesterday's Murli, if you remember Baba's Avyaktani, he spoke about how some people simply listen. And he starts the Murli today with listening. And I just remember why Baba used that word listening. He's saying, just don't be listening. Listening means you'll just be repeating. Then again, Baba spoke about 4 things today. And yesterday also he spoke about 4 subjects, but something in a different way. And today in a different way. I don't know from where does he get this variety, different strokes to talk different things about different and give us a kind of a variety kind of recipe in front of us. Then when it comes to this effort makers, I don't know which Sakar Murli, where Baba said, intense effort makers only will be 108. The effort makers will be in 16,000. That really gave me a jolt. I said, Baba always says, be an effort maker. And now in that Sakar Murli, he had said. So when today he spoke about line of effort makers, then he says, go to the bottom of the ocean, the waves. Even yesterday he spoke about waves. When he said, will you tell the waves, hello, please come slow, don't come this. So the kind of connection which the Murlis give really baffles me at times. Just to be short, today my takeaway point is courage. Courage. I want to know my inner power. I want to live life positively. I want to cross the line of effort. For that, I have to know my USP. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Wonderful. Thank you. Anyone else would like to share? Like it was shared by sister, that the courage is really, really our way of stepping closer to Baba in terms of love. How do we express our love towards Baba is by having courage. Courage is the way of expressing that. And whenever moments come where we feel that are we able to do it, just remember that it's not me, it's Baba doing it. All I have to do is have a stable stage, have a peaceful stage, and Baba will automatically make things happen. Just a few years ago, I am a part of the Los Angeles Center. So I remember I was very new here that time, and the sisters would prepare bhog, of course, and I would help them out. But there came a day when none of the sisters, the main sisters of the center, were around. And then some of those responsibilities of taking care of the center while they were away were just suddenly on me. And then I would question myself, am I even capable enough of doing it? But then again, I was reminded by the sister in the center itself, who has chosen you? Who is making you do this? When God trusts you, why can't you trust yourself? And I remember that day I had to make bhog because there was no one around. And there was another sister. I told her, can you please make bhog? I'll take care of rest of the things like audio, whatever is needed for the class, but please make bhog. And she's like, no, I'm not confident enough to make. And neither was I at that moment. But then I was like, okay, someone needs to do it. And then I just took that one step of courage. I told Baba, okay, let's do it. Even though that at that time it was something where I was not so comfortable doing. But I just told Baba, whatever you want to for seva, you just guide the soul. You just guide the soul. And automatically thoughts came, what needs to be done, what needs to be prepared. It was such a smooth process of just things happening by itself. But Baba says, you're not putting effort, but you're seeing things just come in front of you, and it's reaching its stage of completion. And after that that seva was done, after Bhog was prepared, I remember I was sitting in the car and I was driving to work, and there was so much happiness, like Baba was bestowing the soul with waves and waves of happiness that I couldn't stop smiling. And even when I went to work, usually when you're at work, you greet everyone around you. And I remember even souls, they were looking, then they look away, then they again look back at you, and then they smile. And then it was definitely that they were receiving that waves of happiness themselves, that waves of peace, that waves of love, and it was touching them. So whenever such moments come when we question ourselves, we have to again remind us, Baba, trust me. I have to trust myself. I have to take this one step. This is my way of showing Baba my love. So something definitely, as we keep going forward, Baba is going to pull us more and more into serving in an unlimited way. So we have to also be in that stage where we are in that awareness. Yes, whatever Baba tells us, we're Master Almighty authorities, we're world bestowers, we're world transformers. So in that awareness, taking these steps towards perfection. And there are some messages on the chat that those who have cleanliness and honesty are always clear, and only courageous children receive help from Baba. So yes, help is received based on your courage, based on your bhavna, and that's why Baba says, keep on moving forward. And that's why Baba says in this Murli too, yes, the destination is very close, just keep moving forward, don't look back, to get your aim and objective in front of you. Anybody else would like to share? There's another chat message. To move forward with courage, I have to tear away my masks. Yes, the masks that keep me in the limited, in the body conscious awareness. So letting go of that mask in order to experience our true form and our true awareness. Anyone else? Any more sharings? Okay, so shall we move to meditation?
Yes, sister.
Okay. So we can all sit straight and keep our back straight. And for these few minutes, just be with the self, just be with Baba, and let's experience going to the bottom of the ocean, and to experience that stillness. Om Shanti. The sign of perfection. The sign of being a powerful soul. The one who makes effort and is able to achieve success easily. I see myself as the one who is the jewel of Baba's eyes. The one who's shining light constantly. And the one who is the light that guides many. There may be troubles, situations, but this light shines constantly. By the light, the being of peace, I'm constantly connected with Baba. The line of the intellect is clear and is connected with the One. And I experience the love, the power. I receive guidance and I receive strength to not look back to the past, but to see what is in the future for the soul. In 1 second, I am in this body, yet detached from the scenes around me. My thoughts are pure and benevolent. Even though in this body and in this world, I experience being detached and away. In 1 second, now I see myself home with Baba in the world of light and sweet silence. I bond with Baba through my pure thoughts, and I receive his energy, which I then come back into this world and I radiate. This process of coming and going is the pilgrimage of love. It's the pilgrimage of remembrance. In 1 second, I'm here. In 1 second, I'm gone. I practice this and I see how Baba, through his vibrations, through his love, uses the soul to serve many. I am a master almighty authority. I invoke all the powers within and I experience them. No power is lacking. I am completely full. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Snehagan. Thank you so much. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a wonderful day. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti.